Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Emotional Neck 9462. Am I the beehole for telling my friend she needs to be more comfortable around other people's bodies? I, an 18-year-old female, live with my flatmate, Ella. Our flat has 2 bedrooms, but the ceiling of her room collapsed a couple days ago. She was not in there at the time, thank God. I have a double bed, so she's been sleeping in my room until it's successfully mended, which, knowing our landlord, will be at least at the last possible moment. Yesterday evening, I got changed to go to bed. Ella was in the room at the desk doing some revisions, but I didn't really think about that, how it would impact her. I did say I was going to get changed, and she didn't seem to care. I don't wear a bra to sleep, so I took it off before putting on my pajama shirt. My bare chest was visible for maybe 10 seconds at most. She screamed and accused me of flashing her. I kinda laughed at her response because it was unexpected, and I asked her why she was so dramatic. She said it was really inappropriate for me to be topless around someone else, and that she couldn't believe I had been so disrespectful. It's probably cultural differences. I live in the UK, but until I was 13, I lived in the Netherlands, and there the human form is not kept secret or demonized. I've seen my family members naked, and I'm not uncomfortable around bodies. We all have one after all. I apologized, but said that I didn't understand why it was disrespectful, as it's not as if I was doing anything sexual. It was a genuine question, but she just said I was being unbelievable. I said it seems to me that she just needs to be more comfortable around bodies, because they're not inherently sexual or inappropriate. She accused me of being perverse and forcing myself upon her. I'm a lesbian, so she could think that I fancy her. For the record, I do not, or be uncomfortable with sharing a bed. She didn't explicitly say any of this, but again, I'm autistic, so she could have said that just indirectly, and then me getting changed in front of her could have been the last straw. Okay, first things first, she's in your room, so your rules. It sucks what happened to her room, but there is a living room she can sleep in. But if she wants to stay in her room, you need to tell her, hey, if I'm changing, you need to get out if this is going to be a problem. I doubt it's going to take long for you to throw your PJs on, so this should be a non-issue. And I get it, maybe where she comes from, I'm from America, so I kind of get that too, kind of, but I wouldn't have made a big deal about it. I would just been like, hey, let me just, hey, I'm going to change. Can you get out real quick? Something like that. But you're different. You're from the Netherlands. You guys are used to that, so I get that. But yeah, I kind of believe the real meat and potatoes of this is that she does think you're into her. And that's kind of funny. I didn't know girls got like that with other girls, because I know it's like that with guys, where guys hear, oh, so and so is gay. They're like, well, so and so totally wants me. I'm not into that, but they totally want me. I did not know girls did that too. And I do think that's what's happening too. But the option is she needs to calm down and just go outside the room for what, less than a minute for you to throw a shirt on, your pajamas on, and then she could come back and doing what she's doing. Or she could just chill in the living room and sleep on the couch. Those are her options. Our next one comes from External Relation 8093. Am I the beehole for ordering from a kids menu while being invited to celebrate my brother-in-law's birthday? Throwaway, as I don't want my main to be tracked. I, a 29-year-old female, have been invited to celebrate my brother-in-law's birthday at a sushi restaurant, alongside with my partner. The birthday dinner was last weekend, and there was no way for me to decline or to avoid it. Now, I'm intolerant to fish and seafood, so I'm trying to avoid eating anything containing those, and as you can imagine, it's rather hard to avoid it at a sushi restaurant. The restaurant has other options like chicken katsu curry and different chicken dishes, but they're all a part of the kids menu. Normal adult menu only has different types of sushi. So I ordered from the kids menu and said I'm cool with paying an adult price for the dish. The waiter was trying to refuse after a brief explanation behind the reasoning. They had no problem serving me something from the kids menu. Honestly, you shouldn't have to explain anything, OP. If you want to order off the kids menu, just order off the kids menu, you know what I mean? Because of this, I had a lot of weird looks, especially from my sister-in-law, who later confronted me saying what I did was a bit selfish. How is this selfish? You're ordering food for yourself, you're not taking anything from anyone. People, man. And a-holish, since I was invited for sushi, no, you're invited to eat at a sushi restaurant, OP. Why are you just locked into sushi when the restaurant has way more choices? Going to a burger joint, you don't have to eat a hamburger. You could eat a chicken sandwich if they have it. Different options. If it's there to be served, you can have it. But yeah, invited for sushi, and since she was trying to convince her children to eat more adult food, Pokeball, and I've ruined it. If that ruined it, OP, she is failing miserably at raising her kids to eat something more adult. And who said sushi's more adult anyway? As much as I love sushi, sometimes you just don't like something, you know what I mean? My partner is on my side. However, some other family members believe I should have sucked it up and ate the sushi. What? No, you're sushi intolerant. I don't know what intolerant means. What, like, hold on, let me look it up. Okay, I looked it up real quick, and it says the most common symptom is raised red bumps of the skin, aka hives. Other symptoms include wheezing and trouble breathing. Oh, and she wants you to suck it up and eat something that can close your airways? What a terrible person. Cramps, nausea, or vomiting. Wow, and she wanted you to suck it up and just do something that could cause you to cease to be because she's trying to teach her kids to eat more adult stuff? Holy crap, OP. Yeah, you're not the beehole and you're not in the wrong for sure. I'm pretty sure wanting to stay alive is a pretty cool, good reason to turn down a food that can make you, not alive. So Pete, not the beehole. She needs to get over herself. And our next one's from Vegetable Ad 5811. Am I the beehole for not covering for my friend's bill because he left his wallet behind? My friend texted me and asked if I wanted to try out this new Japanese restaurant. Ooh, another sushi one. I wasn't even pulling that together when I was hunting these down. I said sure. I met him there. Now we had a good time and the food was delicious. I was going to ask him to pay for my bill because he already owed me $50 from the previous time I covered the bill. So my portion of the bill came to $38. So it was going to be $50 after tax and the tip anyways. I asked him to cover it and he said, yeah, sure, no problem. And then conveniently said he forgot his wallet and his phone doesn't have any battery so he can't pay. Asked me to cover it again. I said no and just paid my bill and left. He later texted me and said that he had to leave his phone at the restaurant and walk all the way back home to pay for the bill, and told me I was a total prick. Now look, I have boundaries and I'm very clear about this with people I know. And one of it is, you already owe me money, don't expect more until you pay the original debt off. I told him this before I covered her previous bill. Okay, OP, so he was obviously trying to use you. Yeah, sometimes we forget our wallet. I've done that, but it's usually when I'm going to like a store or something and I gotta run out the house. But if I know I'm going somewhere to eat, a restaurant where I have to spend money, I'm gonna remember my wallet. And the excuse of his phone, him not being able to use his phone because it needs to charge, okay, I'm sure you could find a place to charge it for like 10 minutes real quick to pay, which is probably BS. His phone probably works just fine. He was obviously trying to use you, and you called him on his BS, covered your crap, and got out. Look at it this way. It cost you $50 to see what type of person he was, a user. And now you know exactly who he is. So I'd say that's pretty, well, not cheap for me, but pretty cheap-ish to know what type of person he is. And at least you got some nice food out of it. So P, not the beehole, not the wrong. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother with that guy again. He's obviously just trying to get a free meal off of you, and you got him good though. And our final one comes from Deranged Bookkeeper. Am I the beehole for asking my girlfriend to use her real accent? My 25-year-old male girlfriend, 23-year-old female, was born in New Zealand and lived there until she was around 7 or 8. From time to time we meet. I've always heard her speak in a broad Californian accent. That's it, until last night, when her mother called her, and she immediately switched back to a Kiwi accent while on the phone. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. So I said, and I honestly thought it sounded like a compliment in my head, your rural accent is so cute, I wish you'd use it more around me. To my surprise, she got very serious. It was like I was implying that she fakes her other accent. She told me both are her real accents, it just changes depending on who she's talking to, or whatever other voice she hears in her ear. I know nothing about that. I didn't mean to imply anything, but I feel like I might have screwed up and have been the beehole in this situation. I wonder if that's a touchy subject for her. Alright, so I see people in the comments saying it's code switching and OP's the beehole for daring to ask her that and never talk to her again about that. First of all, guys, get over yourself. He thought it was cute, and yeah, Kiwi accent is cute. And again, an attractive woman in any accent's pretty cute to me. And he found out something he knew about someone he likes, and he was like, "Can you show me more of that part of you?" And I don't understand why she got mad, because if someone told me that to me, I'd be like, okay. I don't know why they'd want to hear that other part of me though. Maybe that's why she's like that. Cause I can kind of understand. This accent is my normal accent from in America, but it's hard to switch up. So maybe that is her problem. It's hard to switch up because when I go back home, I switch back to a really broad Creole accent, and sometimes it slips through here and there, but not a ton. So I do understand what she's saying. You do kind of just do it. I've seen my mother do it too when she talks to other people. She'll start changing up to their speech pattern and style. I can't do that. She's really good at that stuff. But I don't know why she's getting mad at that. Maybe because you called it her real accent, but you could have just been like, you know what I mean? She blew up at this. She should have been like, oh, it's something only I can do. And I think you would have been like, oh, okay. But I think you just need to talk to her, and maybe you can get lucky and tell her, hey, I think it's really cute. Can you please talk like that around me? Every once in a while. It doesn't have to be all the time. You'll get bored of it. You know what I mean? That's a special occasion thing. So I'm gonna say you're not the beehole. I don't know why people are getting on your butt. But yeah, not the beehole, not in the wrong. Talk to her about it because I get it. I like a different accent. I'm used to an American accent. When I hear a girl in a British accent, that's really nice too. So it just depends. And everybody likes a different accent. It's exotic. So OP, no, you're not in the wrong. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.